Hello everybody. As you can see, this question, I've already discussed this question in one of my previous videos, but the solution I discussed in that video was not my was not the solution I came up with. Okay, it was given in the book. I discussed the solution given in the book. And at that time, I had not solved this problem myself. Okay? And I also said that there there might not be any other easier method to solve this question because I was trying to use the coordinate system and that took me to places where I didn't want to be. Okay, all right. Yeah, I came up with another technique to solve this question, but I don't think it's any easier or any more difficult than the one I discussed previously. Okay, all right, let's get started. First of all, let's drop a perpendicular. Now I've discussed about where the perpendicular lies. It shouldn't be here. It shouldn't this point. Let's say O P. Okay, it's OP. OP should not. This point P should not be anywhere over here, or it must be between. Let's see. What are those points? Let's call them S T. This is A, and this is B. Okay. Let's say that. Let's name them like this. And OP will be between S and T. I've already discussed in the previous video. Okay. Now, as in the previous video, we will join these 2 points, OT and OS. Okay. Now, we won't be using congruencies and angles and all. We're going to use the the formula for calculating area of a triangle. Okay. All right. First of all, let's see. This length is C plus chi, and this length is C plus psi. Okay. Now, if we say that OP is equal to H, the notations might be different. Okay, than in my previous video. I might not have used these notations. I don't remember the notations in that video right now. Okay, C plus psi, and so the area of this triangle is half C plus chi times C plus psi, C plus chi times C plus psi. Also, the area of this triangle is C plus chi plus psi, half times C plus chi plus psi times the height h. Okay, so it's half times h times C plus chi plus psi. So yeah, we can cancel this half with this half, and we'll get h times C plus chi plus psi will be equal to C plus chi, C plus psi. Okay, now let's look at triangle OSB. Let's look at triangle OSB. Let's call this one. Then we will have the area of triangles OSB as B times half times B times C plus psi, sorry, half times B times C plus psi. Again, this will be equal to half times. Now we consider this side as base, which is psi, times the height. The corresponding height will be h. So half will get cancelled, So we have B is equal to h psi by c plus psi. Okay, equation 2. Next, let's look at triangle OAT. Then area of triangle OAT is half times c plus chi times a, c plus chi times a, which will be equal to half times chi times h. If we take this as base, this will be the height. So it's half times chi times h. Times h. So this will give a is equal to h chi by c plus chi. Okay. Now from 2 and 3, we're going to get, we need to show a plus b is equal to c. So a plus b is equal to h chi plus c plus chi plus h psi plus c plus psi, isn't it? We get this from 3, we get this from 3, and this from 2. Okay? All right. Now, h is common, so chi over c plus chi plus psi over c plus psi. Okay. Now, this will be equal to h times c chi plus chi psi plus c psi plus again chi psi means 2 chi psi over c plus chi, c plus psi, like this. Okay, let's call it 4, equation 4. Okay, now we do not need equations 2 and 3, so let's erase them. Now, by Pythagoras theorem, c plus chi squared plus c plus psi squared will be equal to c plus chi plus psi squared, isn't it? Yeah, this is from Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem gives Pythagoras theorem. This is due to Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so yeah, let's expand them. C squared plus chi squared plus c squared plus psi squared plus 2c chi plus 2c psi, which is equal to c squared plus chi squared plus psi squared plus twice c chi plus twice chi psi plus twice c psi. Okay, now if you notice carefully, we're going to get this part and this part. They are common, so we cancel them out. Okay, and this part and this part, they're also common, so we cancel them out, which means we're left only with, oh, I almost made a mistake. Yeah, so we're left with 2 chi psi is equal to c squared. Now, from 4 and 5. Now from 4 and 5 we're going to get, from 4 and 5 we're going to get, we're going to use this and 4, so that will give us h times c chi as it is, c psi as it is, plus 2 chi psi is equal to c squared, means 2 chi psi is replaced by c squared, c plus chi, c plus psi. This is it. Now let's continue over here. Okay, this is equal to, let's take c out from the numerator, then we'll have h times c times what are we left with? Chi plus psi plus c over c plus chi by c plus psi, c plus chi, c plus psi. Right. Now from 1, from 1 we have this part to be equal to the denominator, isn't it? H times c plus chi plus psi is equal to c plus chi times c plus psi. So this term, okay, whatever that is, gets cancelled out with the denominator, and we're left only with c. This is because of equation 1. Okay, so we've obtained a plus b is equal to c, that is a plus b is equal to c, which we were supposed to show. Now I don't say that this method is easier than the one I described before, but it's also doable. It's not that terrible. Okay, it's not that terrible. All right, thank you very much.